Hi everyone, this is Selvi. Today's interview question is: can we use velocity to calculate the productivity? My view on this question is definitely not. Velocity is for predictability and not for productivity. Let's consider an example I have used in the average velocity related topic also. I generally go for a walk in the morning, and every day, on an average, in 1 hour, I try to cover 3 miles. That doesn't mean that if you are targeting that 3 miles I will be able to do on a particular day, will I be able to do? May or may not be, because it depends on different environmental situation like my health, the weather, and the energy. Everything matters, right? So average velocity is something that is used to predict. This will give the clarity to people. Okay, on an average Selvi can go for 3 miles. It doesn't mean Selvi will be able to reach the 3 miles in 1 hour. It can go more or it can go less. The same thing is related to the execution in project and the average velocity. Average velocity is not getting calculated from a particular instance, it gets calculated over a period of completed sprints. So there will be always fluctuation, because some sprints you have a smooth execution where you would have achieved more than the commitment, and some places as a team we will not be able to achieve the committed sprint goal because there were a lot of hiccups and dependencies which turned into blockers. So there are n number of situations. So that's the reason we calculate the average of whatever it's going on in our completed sprints, not from a particular instance. So that will help us. Okay, on an average this team we can target for so and so value as a prediction. Like, you have so many epics and you just want to understand these epics have these many stories, and your team also has come up with the estimation. Now you want to know these epics will flow for how many sprints. If someone is asking, hey, like this epic you have already estimated everything, how many sprints are you targeting to close this? You can say my prediction is 3 sprints, because this has 60 user story points, this epic has, and on an average my team generally goes with 20 story points. That means I am expecting that by 3 sprints we may be able to complete. In that way, can we put every sprint we will be able to complete 20 story points? May or may not be, because it depends on the nature of the story, depends on the team availability, and many other factors. How we mitigate the risk, what we have identified, how we resolve the dependencies, what we have identified. So velocity is nowhere a factor to calculate the productivity. Instead, it is a factor to predict. So that is one of the main reason average velocity is used to forecast your sprint executions in the future, and it is also helpful to understand how your roadmap is going to be clustered in different sprints and how the execution is going to be. So for that, in prediction ways, average velocity is definitely going to help. So in a nutshell, average velocity or velocity is definitely not a measure to calculate the productivity of the team. Instead, it is just to predict the team. Thank you so much for listening. Happy learning and stay tuned.